Please don't try to skip this. A divine cry echoed through the heavens as Archangel Michael wept in desperation. He is trying to warn you, urgently and without rest, because something dark is being planned against you tonight. The enemy has set a trap, a hidden financial snare born out of pure jealousy. They cannot stand to see your growth, because your blessings are not ordinary. They are divine, they are chosen, they are anointed. The wealth coming to you is not by accident. It is because you are walking in the light of my favor. Your obedience, your silent sacrifices, your patience when others mocked you. I have seen it all, and now those who envied you in silence are working in shadows to block what I'm about to release into your life. But hear me now, and let every word settle into your spirit. They will not succeed, because I, the Lord your God, have already dispatched my warrior angels around you. The reason you are being attacked is because what I placed in you is rare and powerful. This is not just about money. This is about your mantle, your calling, your inheritance. They are jealous not of what you have, but of what I'm about to do through you. They sense that you are moving into a season of divine increase, and it terrifies them. So they have built a trap. But that trap shall turn against them. I am your shield and your defender. I do not sleep, I do not forget, and I do not abandon my chosen ones. You have cried to me in secret, asking why the warfare is so intense. And now you know. It's because your blessing is so close that even hell can smell it. They are trying to stop what they cannot stop, because I have already spoken it into existence. Comment Amen below. If you believe I have already started your rescue, this will be your declaration of faith, not just words, but a spiritual stamp of agreement with heaven. I know you feel the pressure, the fear, the uncertainty. But let me speak this with clarity. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. They have plotted in meetings. They have whispered behind your back. But I was in every room they tried to keep you out of. I recorded every conversation, every curse, every lie, and I am now preparing to turn it into evidence for your elevation. I will use what they meant for evil and make it the stage for your next breakthrough. You are not alone in this battle. Archangel Michael has cried for you because he sees what your human eyes cannot. He has drawn his sword and stands between you and the trap that is being set. Even as you watch this, the reason you are being warned now is because I want you to walk in discernment and authority, not fear, not confusion, but the boldness of someone who is backed by the armies of heaven. Like this video, if you receive this warning as a divine confirmation, it is not just a message, it is your early rescue from tonight's planned destruction. They are attempting to interfere with your finances because they know it's the gateway to your impact. You are meant to fund things for my kingdom. You are meant to build, to restore, to release others from poverty through what I will give you. But they think if they cut off your flow, they can cut off your future. They do not understand that you were blessed not by systems, but by my decree. Let me say it clearly. Again, I chose you. Before the eyes of your enemies ever looked upon you with jealousy, I had already set you apart. Before your first breakthrough came, I already placed in you the ability to multiply. You are not just someone I favored randomly. You are part of a divine blueprint. That is why the enemy is afraid of your name being known. Do not fear what they plan tonight, for I have already entered the hour before them. I have interrupted their conversations with divine confusion. What they tried to speak over your finances has now been reversed. The trap has been exposed, the door has been closed, and the darkness they sent is now returning to its sender, because I have declared, enough is enough. You felt heaviness in your chest recently, strange delays in payments, sudden tension in relationships, unexpected bills. These are not random, they are symptoms of spiritual interference. But now that you are under this divine warning, you will also walk under divine protection. I'm clearing the storm, and no weapon, or not even financial, shall prosper. You are entering into a season where I will pour into your life what the enemy tried to drain. I will restore not just what was stolen, but what was withheld. Some of your blessings were delayed, not because you weren't worthy, but because I wanted to expose the enemy before the release. And now that the trap is revealed, I will not just release you, I will reward you publicly. Your name will be spoken again, not in jealousy, but in awe. You have no idea how close they were to pulling you into their trap. The meeting was set, the papers were almost signed, and the decision was about to be made. But then I intervened. I caused delays that frustrated your enemies. I confused their timing. I disrupted their communication, because I will never let my beloved walk into a snare meant for destruction. I warned Archangel Michael, and he rushed forward with tears, not of weakness, but of passionate love and holy urgency. He cried because he saw what was rising against you. He wept because he knows your value. He understands how precious you are to me and how vicious the enemy has become in their pursuit of your downfall. But hear me, and hear me well. I do not allow my chosen ones to be handed over to evil. I fight for you. I war for you. I win for you. They thought they could stop what I started. They thought they could reroute your blessings and bury the opportunities I crafted with my own hands. But I have silenced every tongue that spoke against you. I have shut the mouths of liars and exposed the greedy hearts that wanted to see you fail. And now I am commanding the angels to release what they tried to withhold. This is your turnaround season. You will see checks released, doors opened, accounts balanced, and debts cancelled, not by man's favor, but by my authority, because you remained faithful when no one applauded you, because you praised me even when the harvest hadn't come yet, because you didn't sell your soul for shortcuts. I am rewarding you openly, not to make you arrogant, but to silence every enemy who said you wouldn't make it. They gathered to set a financial snare, but they are about to witness a financial miracle in your life. They tried to curse your name in rooms you were never invited to, but now I am placing your name in rooms even they can't access. What I am doing in you cannot be reversed. There is someone in your circle who has been secretly communicating with people who do not wish you well. They act kind in front of you, but their heart is filled with envy. They cannot understand how you continue to grow, how doors keep opening for you, how peace surrounds you. What they do not realize is that your success isn't coming from connections. It's coming from covenant. I made a covenant with you, and I never break my promises. Tonight was meant to be the final stage of their trap. They planned to manipulate your finances, divert your attention, and lock you into an agreement that would limit your future. They wanted to bind your resources so that your dreams would suffocate slowly. But I saw the plan before it was born, and now I'm burning the blueprints they used to build this trap. I am turning your discernment up higher. From now on, you will sense things before they even happen. You will walk into rooms and feel what cannot be seen. You will look at faces and know who is for you and who is against you. This level of vision is your inheritance as my chosen one. Comment 333 below if you believe your spiritual vision is being activated today. This is your confirmation, not from man, but from the throne room of heaven. I see your tiredness. I see the weight of pretending everything is fine. But child, you don't have to pretend anymore. You are safe in my arms. The battle that was meant to collapse, you will now be the bridge that carries you into a greater anointing. The pain that tried to limit you will be transformed into fuel for your purpose. What they planned for tonight is cancelled. What they whispered in hidden calls will not go further. What they plotted in jealousy has been struck down by justice, because I'm not only your father, I am your judge, your advocate and your provider, and I have judged this situation in your favor. The money that was delayed will now flow. The opportunities that were closed will be opened again. The hearts that were hardened toward you will be softened by my spirit. Because when I bless, no one can block, and I have decided, yes, I have decreed, that it is your time. They can't stop what I'm doing. They can monitor your progress. They can gossip about your blessings, but they cannot cancel my decision. You are not under their power. You are under my promise. You are not subject to their traps. You are protected by my covenant. What I start, I finish, and I have only just begun. Your territory is about to expand. Your reach will increase. You will begin to influence people you never thought would notice you. You will be called into meetings, invited into circles, and chosen for roles beyond your qualifications, because I am placing favor on your name. And that favor is not for sale. Pause for a moment and let this settle deep into your heart. The very trap they set for your ruin will be the reason they see my hand over your life. They will watch you rise while they fall into the pit they dug, not because you wished it, but because I allow no darkness to prosper against my light. You are my light, and I will protect it at all cost. Do not take on fear. Do not speak words of defeat. Begin to declare this instead. My God is my protector, and I will not be moved. Speak it over your life. Speak it over your finances. Speak it over your sleep tonight. Because when you wake tomorrow, you will wake with new clarity. The war has ended. The warning has been given. The protection has been activated. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, do it now. Let these words be your daily guidance and your shield in dark times. There is a blessing that is overdue, not by your fault, but by spiritual interference. And now the delay has been lifted. I am sending a release in the spirit. Expect sudden answers. Expect unexpected favor. Expect abundance without stress, because I honor those who trust me even in silence. Your enemies will soon look for you, but they will not find you where they left you. You will have risen. You will have outgrown the lies they told. You will have stepped into the wealth they tried to block, and you will not need to say a word. Your blessings will speak for you. You have been faithful through the storms. Even when resources were low, you did not curse my name. Even when people betrayed you, you chose silence over revenge. I have counted every tear, every denied opportunity, every closed door that you didn't deserve. Now I am opening the windows of heaven over your life, and not just slightly. I'm opening them wide. You are entering a divine overflow, not because you earned it through perfection, but because you stayed committed through pressure. The trap they set was not just physical, it was spiritual. They wanted your heart to give up. They knew if they could break your faith, they could stop your future. But instead of breaking, you bent in prayer. And I heard you. They planned for tonight to be the final move. They gathered names, legal tricks, manipulations, and deceit to close a deal that would put you in chains. Chains of debt, chains of confusion, chains of stress, all dressed up as opportunity. But I saw the mask behind the offer. I saw the darkness hidden behind smiles, and so I tore it apart before it could ever reach your doorstep. You didn't even know how close you were to disaster, but my angels stood in front of it. They blocked calls that were never meant to reach you. They rerouted emails, delayed approvals, canceled transactions, because the source was corrupted. I did all this in silence, while you slept. Now I am speaking openly, so you never doubt again that I am with you. There is nothing the enemy can launch tonight that will catch you unaware, for I have already released a fire around your home, a light in your path, and a sword in your hand. You are not walking into the dark. You are walking into deliverance, and this time your enemies will watch from a distance as I raise you. Your financial story is about to shift dramatically. Where there was instability, there will be increase. Where there was drought, there will be overflow. Where there was anxiety, there will be security. Because when I move, I do not patch things. I rebuild them with glory. You will no longer walk in fear of financial sabotage. Have exposed every lying tongue, every manipulative suggestion, and every greedy eye that was watching your prosperity. They wanted access, but I denied their request. They wanted influence, but I cut off their connection. You are not to be touched. Comment 12:12 if you believe this divine protection has been released over your household and your finances. Some of you have wondered why certain people left your life recently. You thought it was rejection, but it was redirection. I removed them because they were going to participate in the trap. Let them walk away so you could walk into your destiny without betrayal clinging to your ankles. Be at peace. I protect you from what you don't even see. Tonight, rest. not in fear, but in faith. Because what the enemy meant to launch has already been cancelled. The paper was torn, the weapon was dismantled, the plan was buried, and what rises now is not their plan, it's mine. Your hands will no longer be empty. I will fill them with strategies, contracts, and divine ideas that cannot be stolen. I will place in your spirit blueprints that no one else can understand unless I reveal it to them. I will multiply what you thought was lost, because this was never about survival. It was about restoration. This warning is not meant to scare you. It is a sign of how important your life is to heaven. Only warn what I intend to protect. I only interrupt your day with divine urgency when your destiny is touching the edge of transformation. So take this not as fear, but as faith. There are people watching you silently. They scroll through your progress and smile in public. But in private, they speak curses. But their curses are powerless because your name is soaked in my oil. You are untouchable, not because you are loud, but because you are covered. And now they are about to watch as I exalt you without apology. I do not need to ask permission to bless you. I do not need their agreement to restore you. Do not require their approval to increase you. My word alone is enough to shift your entire life. And I have spoken. You are rising now. Even when they tried to lock doors behind your back, I was already building new entrances ahead of you. I do not recycle old blessings. I create new ones. You are stepping into rooms where your name has already been whispered with favor. I have moved hearts, rearranged schedules, and broken prideful resistance. All for your sake. This is what it means to be chosen. They will ask, how did they survive that? They will wonder, how did they escape what we set? They will be confused by your joy, irritated by your peace, shocked by your resilience, and still you will smile because you'll know that I did it all. You will not owe them explanation, only praises to me. I've placed a hedge of divine fire around your finances. Any attempt to manipulate, intercept, or sabotage will now backfire. There is a penalty for touching my anointed, and your enemies are about to experience it. Their plan will become their prison. Their trap will become their testimony of how I fight for my beloved. You are not going backward. No matter how hard they try to pull you into old cycles, you have outgrown them. You are no longer the vulnerable version of yourself they once knew. You have been fortified by trials, anointed by pressure, and shaped by fire. You are ready for the wealth I'm releasing. Don't fear the warfare. It is the proof of the blessing. Don't panic at the resistance. It is a sign you're on divine ground. Don't lose sleep over their gossip. Their words carry no authority. You are covered. You are marked. You are held in my hand, and no one can pluck you out. I am wrapping this message in love, but also in power, because you needed to hear it before midnight. This was not just another word. It was a spiritual alarm. You have just crossed a line in the spirit. The trap was here, but you walked past it untouched. Now rejoice. What's ahead of you is greater than anything they tried to destroy. I want you to remember this night for the rest of your life, because this is the night I intervened. This is the night I overruled what man tried to manipulate. This is the night. Your finances were delivered from hidden sabotage, and this is the night heaven stood still for your protection. Archangel Michael did not weep in vain. He cried because he saw how fiercely I love you. He cried because the attack against your life was not ordinary. It was personal, strategic, and timed. But I broke the timing. I canceled the signature. I shredded the agreement. You are safe, not because of luck, but because of covenant. They will soon realize they were fighting someone they could never defeat, not because of your strength, but because of my hand on your life. The jealousy they carry will turn into confusion when they see how you rise in peace. The trap they dug will become the reason they fall under divine judgment. And you will rise in silence, power, and grace. I want you to prepare now, because you are stepping into financial expansion that no man can control. No supervisor, no partner, no lender, no manipulator. No one will hold the key to your increase but me. I am placing divine acceleration on everything connected to your purpose. What once took years will now take months. What was delayed will now be delivered. Do not announce your next steps loudly. Let me reveal them when the time is right. Move in wisdom. Walk in silence. Trust me in strategy. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. Let your peace be the proof that I am guiding you. Comment 555 below if you receive this new level of peace and acceleration with a surrendered heart. This is not just a season, it is a shift. And those who believe will walk in it boldly. You've carried weight that no one saw. You've cried tears that no one acknowledged. You've endured losses that others celebrated, but I was there. I felt every ache in your chest, every burden on your mind, every blow to your spirit. And now I am lifting the weight and replacing it with wisdom. From this moment, your sleep will be deeper. Your mornings will carry new clarity. Your hands will work with grace. Your mind will think with divine strategy, because I am not only protecting your resources, I am upgrading your understanding. I am raising you into a new position, not one that just brings money, but one that brings meaning. You are meant to lead, to build, to bless, to teach, to influence. I did not bless you just to make you comfortable. I blessed you to make you impactful. You are not small. You are not forgotten. You are not random. You are called. Those who tried to trick you will soon see what divine restoration looks like. Your bank account will begin to reflect the promises I've whispered. Unexpected opportunities will reach your hands. Clients, contracts, settlements, gifts, all released without begging or bargaining. Because I've seen the season where you had nothing, and now I'm repaying you with more than enough. You are not crazy for believing in miracles. You are not foolish for still hoping. You are not delusional for expecting divine increase. That hope you feel isn't empty. It's proof that I'm not done with you yet. So raise your eyes, lift your head, stretch your faith. From this night on, things will change. You will begin to see divine reversals, even in the areas you gave up on. Financial favor will chase you. Provision will overtake you. My goodness will follow you, not because you begged, but because you believed. and you never stopped trusting me even when the pressure was unbearable. Let them say what they want, let them mock, let them laugh, let them gossip. Because by the time I finish what I'm doing in your life, they will have no choice but to respect what I've done. They may not like you, but they won't be able to deny that I'm with you, and that is all that matters. So tonight, sleep in peace. Do not worry about the plan of the enemy. It has already failed. Do not wonder about tomorrow. I've already gone ahead of you. Do not doubt your worth. You are my beloved. I have surrounded you, sealed you, and now I am lifting you. You will look back at this very message and say, that was the night everything shifted. And you will know it wasn't by chance. It wasn't by coincidence. It wasn't because of luck or timing or fortune. It was because your Father in heaven stepped in and rescued you. I am proud of you for holding on. I am proud of you for choosing prayer instead of panic. I am proud of you for staying soft in a world that tried to harden you. Now, let me reward you, not in secret, but in ways that everyone will see and know that I am God. If you've made it to the end of this message, your heart was meant to hear every word. Let it become a seed planted in your soul. Water it with belief. Guard it with prayer. And when the harvest comes, and it will, lift your hands and give me the glory, because this was never just a warning. This was a divine rescue. Amen.